Hey everyone, it's Brett from Hope to Prosper, and we're coming to you this trip from Mesa Verde National Park. This was the fourth national park on a trip, and man, we really had a good time. I loved Mesa Verde. In fact, I think I enjoyed it more than Rocky Mountain. It was probably my favorite national park that we went to on this trip, so that's saying a lot. When you first get to Mesa Verde, the first thing you do is just drive up and up and up. Because it's pretty high up there above the valley floor, and all the good stuff is, up near 8,000 feet, so that's pretty cool. Our first stop on this trip was Mancos Overlook, and that overlooks the city of Mancos, Colorado, which we passed through on our way in. We came from the east to west, and this is the overlook. It's really pretty, and they had a really nice picnic table there, so we decided to kick back for a little bit and have lunch, and it was nice. It was a beautiful view. So we had a little bit of a snack and lunch, and Millie was really interested in our sandwich, and she was not taking no for an answer. So anyways, I shared a little bit with her. She's kind of spoiled, but that's how it is when you take a dog traveling, I guess. So we had our lunch, and then we moved on and went to some of the better parts of the park. On the right over there, the right of the road, that is Cortez, Colorado, where we spent the night. So we went in through Mancos and went out through Cortez, and it was neat. It was a neat scenic drive as well. So now we're approaching the highest part in the park. This is the fire lookout station, and that's at 8,572 feet, and it's pretty cool. This is a working fire station, so you're not allowed to tour it, but I didn't see anybody inside. There's still computers on the desks and stuff, but I think most of the fire detection is probably done with satellites now. But it was still cool to see the fire satellite, or the fire station. There was probably 4 or 5 fires when we went to Colorado, so it was a busy fire season this year, and it was hot. So I'm glad they have the fire station there. They've had a lot of fires in the park. This is the little lookout station by the fire station. It's pretty cool because it's one of the highest places, and you can just see everywhere. You can see a long ways off in the distance, and it's a pretty part of the park as well. So after we left the fire station, we drove through a burn area, and there were some wild horses out there. At least I assume they're wild because there's no fences. And so there's 2 wild horses, and they had about 5 burn areas in the park. And had little signs of when they burned. This is a spruce tree house. I went on a hike here, hiked down into the valley, but the trail to the spruce tree house was closed, so this is as close as I could get to it. I did go down into the valley and headed for some petroglyphs, but I turned back because it turned into a rock scramble, and I just was in a pair of Skechers, so I decided, I don't want to fall. So anyways, this is a spruce tree house. It was one of the first dwellings you're going to see on that trail, on the road. This is off to the right. Like I said, this is probably overlooking near Cortez. Our next stop, the big stop, is the Cliff Palace. This is the biggest dwelling. I think there's like 150 dwellings or 170. Sorry, I didn't look that up for you. But anyways, it's the Instagrammable moment for most people. You could see that tour group down there. They were being oriented at the overlook when we were up there. I would have loved to have gone on that tour group, but we had Millie, so no chance of that. Maybe next time when I come. Then we stopped at the House of Many Windows. This is like farther down on the trail, and it's across this canyon. In the bottom of that canyon's a river. I believe it's the Mancos River, but I'm not positive. Anyways, it was a pretty area. The dwellings were far away, but they were still really impressive. And so Here's the actual house of many windows right there. It's in the middle of the cliff, which looks pretty cool. Looks pretty protected and safe. Oh, we had Navajo tacos. They were good, but I wish they had meat. Here's the Hemingway house. This is also across the canyon, and it's a more impressive cliff dwelling in my opinion because it has a big overhang and stuff like that. So it was really pretty. There it is right there, the Hemingway house. So that's near the end of our tour for today. Hope you enjoyed Mesa Verde National Park. Like I said, it was probably my favorite national park of these 5 that we visited on this trip. And if you're in Southwest Colorado, you absolutely have to visit Mesa Verde. And so, anyways, we tried to go to the balcony house, but it was closed. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for coming along on this trip. Our next big adventure is going to be Petrified Forest.